Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So quite recently I put on my Instagram and Twitter that I was going to be doing a Q&A because it's been quite a while. But the difference with this one is that I wanted to answer a few more personal questions, or questions that I don't tend to answer a lot, or just those that I have never answered before in a Q&A video. So I am going to step a bit outside of my comfort zone answering some questions. A lot of them were about like relationships, boys and stuff like that. So that is definitely out of my comfort zone, and I feel a bit more like when answering those questions, but we're gonna try and answer as many as possible. If I haven't answered your question, it might be that I've answered it before in a Q&A video, or I've done a whole video on it, or I am planning on doing a whole video on that topic. Yes, without me waffling on anymore, let's just get into this video and answer some questions. So yes, let's get on with the Q&A. Easy question, how old am I? Okay, so I am 20 years old. I'm just kind of used to it now, you know, the comments were like, are you 12? And I'm just like, no, I'm at university. I'm in my second year. Going into my third year, but it's okay to look young. Number 2, would I ever consider living outside the UK or England? Yes, I have considered this, and I will consider this in the future, depending on what I do as a career. On the top of my list is definitely Australia, just because I feel it's got the city, the sun, the sea, the beach, the business, all going on in this amazing place. I've never been to Australia, so I have based this idea, this fantasy almost, on what I've heard from people, what I've seen in videos, seen in pictures, seen online, you know. But also I do get very homesick, as you guys know from my uni videos, so I know that I can dream about these things and I'll say like, yes, I would love to live there, but I know that that would be something so hard to do. It would be a huge change in my life, probably the biggest change ever. It would be extremely scary. Do you ever feel different / not relatable to most of young adults your age? Yes, I do feel different because I don't drink alcohol, I don't drink tea or coffee, I don't really go out clubbing that much, I'm a vegan. Yes, I'm quite different to maybe a typical student, but there's no point trying to be someone else or trying to fit in just to follow a crowd. I am definitely not one to just follow a crowd, because just if everyone else is doing something, it doesn't mean that you have to follow and you have to do the same. You just want to be yourself, you know, and live your life. That is exactly what I'm doing. Do you have any scars? If so, what's the story behind them? So I have 2 scars, and to be honest with you, the story behind each scar is not particularly very interesting, but I will tell you. I have one scar which I got when I was in primary school, and that is on my knee. I'm wearing shorts. Where is it? Oh, the legs are quite hairy today. Okay, I'm not going to show you, but it is on top of my knee just here. So I was doing hopscotch in the playground and I just fell over, you know, as a bit of a clumsy child in primary school. And then the second scar I have is on my wrist just here. It's again really small. I scratched myself here and it bled, I cut myself, and it's now scarred. This one really surprises me because I literally have no nails at all. I don't know how I managed to cut myself and give myself a scar. I know you don't have any boyfriends, and you're right there, but has anyone ever asked you out, and how did you handle it? Okay, the answer to this question is no, I've never been asked out on a date in my whole entire life. I did do a whole video when it was Valentine's Day this year talking about why I've never had a boyfriend and stuff like that. I am totally 100% comfortable in the position I am now. I'm happy being single. I love being independent, an independent 20-year-old woman, shall we say, / 12-year-old. I think if someone asked me out, I'd kind of freak out a bit, or at least internally I would freak out and probably run away or say something stupid, incredibly stupid, because that is what I do in situations when I panic. Yeah, I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm just so boring. I'm definitely not a typical, you know, student 20-year-old, but I'm just Holly, you know, hot lemon. Would you ever get a tattoo, and what would it be? Okay, this one might shock you. It might seem a bit out of character for me. I actually do want a tattoo, not gonna lie. I kind of want a tattoo that symbolizes me as a person or represents something to do with veganism, because it is a lifestyle and it is part of my life and is never going to not be part of my life. Here maybe, I've thought about behind my ear somewhere, on my ankle, just somewhere quite small and discreet. Maybe there'll be a vlog in the future one day about me getting my first tattoo. Do you ever get bullied for being skinny? I have never, and I'm not being currently bullied for the way I look. I'm popular today. So I don't have any advice if you are suffering and being bullied, but the only thing I can say is that those people are doing something extremely wrong. You just need to be strong as a person. I know it's easier said than done, but you really just need to stand up for who you are and not care about what other people think. If you are being bullied, you need to seek help. Tell your parents, tell your friends, tell people and get them to help you. Talking about the last bit, I don't really have big boobs. Some people are just flat chested, you know. Some people are just destined not to have big boobs. Okay, sorry mom, but my mom doesn't have big boobs at all either. So it kind of makes sense that I'm not really gonna have big boobs. I don't really care. I mean, girls, yes, we want the big boobs, the bum at the moment. As I keep saying, you need to be confident in your body. You can love yourself in the shape and form that you are made to be. You can't change that. If you're flat-chested, we can be flat-chested together, you know? Flat-chested girls unite. Body confidence is something that I want to talk about in a whole video. Would you ever date someone that wasn't vegan / doesn't understand veganism? If I like someone, then yes, I would date them regardless if they were vegan or not vegan. Whether or not that relationship could progress is another question, and it would be something that I would need to find out when I was at that point in my life. I'm speaking from no experience, but I assume that you need to have things in common to be dating someone and to take the relationship further, you know? I was actually talking to Jade about this when she came. If veganism is such a huge part of my life and it's not really part of theirs, then can you say that you get on with that person or you click as a couple? I don't know. But I mean, if they went vegan because I kind of inspired them, not forced them, but they made a conscious decision themselves, then that would make me feel like, oh, you know, I've helped someone else move forward in their journey to start on a cruelty-free life, you know? How close are you to your brother? I've definitely grown a lot closer to my brother as I've gotten older. I think just because we've both matured. He's actually so funny. Like, my brother is honestly hilarious in a very kind of subtle way. In the past, it was always kind of like me and my sister would always play together. We were girls. My brother was the boy. I think my mum kind of felt sorry for him sometimes, which I obviously totally get now because he was the only boy. I think mum and dad were kind of expecting me as a second child to be a boy, so it kind of balanced it out, one girl, one boy, but I popped out as a girl. I screwed that one over. But I've definitely grown closer to Matthew as we've gotten older. Weird, but do you ever wear a bra when dancing? I never know what to do. I have never worn a bra when I dance. I don't really wear bras that often in general, to be honest with you, but it's totally up to you. If you feel more confident wearing a bra, then you go ahead and wear a bra. I'd say if I did wear a bra, I'd want it to look discreet, so maybe get one with clear straps or something. Again, you've just got to be confident about it, especially when you're dancing. If you look insecure in what you're wearing, then it's going to come across in your dancing and you're not going to perform as well. So just wear what you feel comfortable wearing. Now, I suppose there are lots of leotards with built-in bra things. I might just take a bit of research to find the one that fits you best, but just honestly, just wear something that you feel comfortable in. What is your saddest memory and what's the happiest one? A recent sad memory, I think you guys could probably guess if you know me well, would be losing Star. And losing Star when I wasn't at home. I was at uni and I never got to see her again or say goodbye. And then a happy one, I'd say that any happy memory for me is just being with my whole entire family, so my mum, dad, my sister and my brother, when we're just together and we're happy and nobody's arguing. Do you like Ariana Grande? Yes, I love Ariana Grande. I think her voice is insane. Where do you fit into the sexuality spectrum? So my sexuality, I am straight, so there's nothing really else to say about that. I know that I would be interested in boys. I'm not interested in girls or both, but then I totally respect the people that are gay, hetero, bi, whatever your sexuality is, I totally respect that. Bali or Java? I'm guessing this question is referring to our new puppies, not the actual islands, because I've never been to Indonesia, but I cannot choose between Bali and Java. That is just a no-brainer. I cannot pick. Fun fact though, Bali is where my parents went on their honeymoon. I don't know why I told you that, but I thought I would. Would you rather never eat a banana again or only eat bananas? I just love that question. It's so creative, but at the same time it's so hard because I have to answer it. So never eat bananas or only eat bananas? Deep thought here, you know. If I had to, I'd probably never eat bananas again. For health reasons, being quite formal, that would not be a healthy diet to just eat bananas. You would not get everything you need from just eating bananas, so you wouldn't be healthy. But from like an emotive kind of point of view, I think I would get bored of just eating bananas then. As much as I eat bananas and love them now, I just don't think I could just eat bananas, if you see what I mean. So yeah. Can you tell us what you find attractive in someone? Okay, my type. Okay, definitely personalities before looks. I think majority of people would say that. I don't know. I really don't know what I find attractive in someone because I have no experience. Zero experience. Let me think about things. Okay, so hair color, no clue. I think maybe someone tall because I'm not that tall, so you can compensate for my kind of shortness. Tone, fit, you know, athletic, likes to do sport, keep themselves fit. Someone who has an interest in health and keeping themselves fit, as I kind of said, but food-wise, so that's taking me back to the other question about not necessarily being vegan, but interested in that. What else? Oh, a genuinely nice person. I think that kind of comes under personality, but yeah, I just want someone that's genuinely nice. Some people that just like will put up with me, I suppose. Are you planning on having a husband/wife, and if so, where would your dream place be to get married? If I was in a long-term relationship, I don't know whether I would get married at the end of it. I'm not really sure about how I feel about marriage at the moment. Obviously, if people want to get married, I'm fine with that. But whether I'd want to get married myself is like, I don't really know. Yes, I would like a celebration thing to maybe celebrate a union when doors become uno. Miranda fans, where are you? I don't know whether I'd need to get married though and have an official religious ceremony. Where to do it? If I did it in the UK, it would have to not be raining, and it would have to be like a nice kind of summery, springish summer day, I suppose. But then it would be really cool to have it abroad somewhere, you know, like in Indonesia or something, or a place that I've been to and I really loved, you know. I don't know. If you have children, will you bring them up vegan as well? 100% yes. And a lot of you might be sitting there like, oh my gosh. I know the most common response to that answer as me saying yes is that I am not giving those children a choice in what they want to eat. But everyone else in this world, the majority of people are meat eaters, okay? They raise their children eating meat, dairy, eggs, animal products. That child doesn't have a choice. No child really has a choice. When they come out as a baby, they can't speak. They can't tell you what they want to eat. It is ultimately the parents' responsibility to buy them food and feed their children. I would want to buy products that are not going to cause suffering to animals or harm the environment, and I would want to buy food that is going to give my child a healthy life ahead of them. And if you question whether children can be raised healthily on a vegan diet, I highly recommend you check out these two channels. They are ultimately some of my favorite YouTubers. Ellen Fisher, please check out her channel. She has a family of 3 children raised from birth as vegans, and they are the healthiest, cutest babies ever. Likewise, Sarah Lemkus on YouTube is another vegan family. She has 2 adorable children who are fully vegan and have been from birth. If you could have a mythical pet, what would you have? When I saw this question come in, I was like, the only mythical pet I can think of right now is a unicorn. I would say that if I could have one, it would be a unicorn. You're probably like, oh my gosh, Holly, you're just a typical girl. I'm assuming there's like some mythical cat that's probably really cool, so I could have a mythical cat. If you could dance on a Broadway show, which would it be? Oh, that would be like incredible. To dance in Billy on Broadway would be so cool. Even though I've done the West End, Chicago. I would love to dance in Chicago. An American in Paris is the West End show. I don't think it's on Broadway though, but it had amazing dancing in it. But yeah, I can dream. I can dream girls. I think there's actually dancing in Dreamgirls. We are dream girls. Dream girls will never leave you. No, and all you got to do is dream. All you gotta do is dream. All you gotta do is dream. Okay, get on, Holly. Do you plan on still doing YouTube after you graduate? The answer to this is yes. I would love to keep YouTube going on the side, as it has done over these past kind of 2 years. It's been documenting, yes, my life at uni, my life at home, my life in general, veganism, everything on my life. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen in my life, where I'm gonna go, where I'm gonna be, what I'm gonna be doing, who I'm gonna be with, you know? I love it. I love this platform. I've loved where it's taking me and how I've grown as a person on this channel. So whatever I choose to do, I would love to keep documenting it. I wanna keep going, to be honest with you. I might end up as an old cat lady still on YouTube, who knows. Have you ever thought of going to an American university? When I was applying in sixth form, I did go on the website. This is as far as I got. I went on the website of Harvard and I was like, wow, imagine if I could go to Harvard. And then I also considered MIT. I was like, wow, MIT. But I got as far as their websites, to be honest with you. I just wasn't brave enough during sixth form to think outside the box. Okay, final question. I don't know why we end on this one, it's quite random, but I don't think I've ever spoken about this. Do you have a religion? If yes, what is it? I was christened, so I am technically a Christian, but I wouldn't say that I am a dedicated Christian. I don't go to church every Sunday. I have been to church, but I don't really go to church very often at all. I can't really remember the last time I went to church. Again, as I've said in this video, whatever religion you choose to follow, then that is your choice and I will respect that. But for me personally, I'm kind of not fully atheist, but kind of agnostic atheist between those two. I hope you guys will respect that and I will respect you guys. So it's a two-way thing. Q&As are so hard because you get so many questions and I don't want them to be incredibly long at the same time. But yeah, I hope I've answered as many questions as possible. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it and learned something new, please, as always, give it a little thumbs up, comment down below. And yeah, if you're new around here and you want to stick around, please subscribe if you're new, and if you are already subscribed, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload, all that jazz. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye! Open the windows.